Welcome to the Commercial Kitchen Chronicles, the podcast dedicated to commercial food and repair industry. My name is Pat Finley. I'm a lead master certified technician at General Parts Group and a certified special trainer. Our goal is to shine a light on what we believe to be one of the most interesting and rewarding industries a field service technician can work in. We love the work we do, and we are glad you're here listening to the podcast. In this episode, we welcome back Joey Hall, who talks about struggles, growing pains, and more. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Commercial Kitchen Chronicles. Tonight, we got a full boat in here. We got Jason, Rich, and special guest Joey Hall. You guys may remember Joey. He was on last year, or maybe earlier this year. I have to go look, but he's come back on and talk about some growing pains and some other things he's getting into. So, welcome to the show, Joey. How are you?
Doing good, Pat. Doing good, Jason. What's up, Rich?
What's up,
Glad
bro?
to be here, man. It's awesome. It's an awesome thing you guys do every single week. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I love it.
Thanks.
We try to have fun and just put the word out there about, our industry and stuff. So
You do a great job, man. Awesome job. Every
Thanks.
week.
So I see you're looking all festive. You get your wreath and your sweater and everything going on over there. You ready for Christmas?
Yep. Merry Christmas, man. Got the Grinch in the house.
All right.
We're hanging out, man. It's a good day. And yeah, man, we love the holidays out here. You know, like I was telling Jason, this is my shirt 25 days out of December. So you'll see me in this in a few. No, probably not in any work videos, but if you were out here, you'd see me in it every day.
We should have played that John Cena intro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
dude.
And the thing is, dude, I wasn't even a John Cena man. I didn't even watch him. I was back in the day with Ric Flair. Somebody bought me this shirt and I loved it. So I wear it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a WWF kind of guy myself. I stopped watching it when they switched to E, so it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
I'm like Jimmy Fly Snuka, Junkyard Dog, Coco. Was it Coco Beware?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yep. Back in the NWA days, WWF. Yep. It was awesome.
Nice.
We know about that down south.
So, how things going for you? So, if people don't know, go ahead and explain, who you are, what you do, your business, that kind of stuff.
Okay. My name's obviously Joey Hall. Got a little thing on TikTok. Do Next Level Tech somewhere around here. We do a lot, man. I have a little small business in Montgomery, Alabama. And, we install, repair, service, air conditioning, refrigeration, a lot of restaurant equipment, ovens, fryers, ice machines, you name it, man. We do it all. Steam kettles, it doesn't matter. If it's something I don't know about, I'm going to a class and learning about it. We do draft beer dispensing, man. I had a company I was doing some stuff for about a year ago, and I didn't know shit about it. And next thing you know, I'm down in damn Tampa at a company called Micromatic, and learning about draft dispensing. So next month, the 26th through the 28th, I'll be at a metal duct fabrication and installation class. So that's been coming on lately. So it's just whatever's happening, whatever's happening at the time. That's what we're doing. And that's what I'm learning about. And, whatever we can do to keep this ball rolling, man. And I got on this.
Just to throw this out there, I don't know if it's good timing or not, but obviously, you've posted that you're hiring, right?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
So if people want to get with a company where they can experience, all the different aspects of the trade, also, learn a lot, because like you said, obviously you're taking trainings and whatnot. You're gonna, open up those trainings to the people that are working, alongside you, working for you. So anybody who's looking to definitely grow and not just do the same thing again and again should definitely hit you up. In what area are you in again?
I'm in the Montgomery, Alabama area. So pretty much you're going to need to live somewhere around 30-mile radius of Montgomery, Alabama.
And what's the best way
And
for them to get with you about that?
The best way probably would be LinkedIn. I mean, or TikTok, one of the two. I mean, I get a lot of DMs and stuff on TikTok. But LinkedIn, either one of those, I believe there's somehow or another you can click on something. I forgot what that shit's called. You click on something I got on there and it goes to all types of stuff. It'll show you my email, all the different links. If you want to email me, joey@reralabama.com. If you call me, probably ain't going to answer, but email is going to be the best way. But yeah, man, anybody in this area, definitely shoot me a resume, and man, we're going to be looking to hire immediately. It's a lot going on.
And what I'll say, at least, based off of your content, and I think me and you probably had some DM conversations and stuff in the past.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Anybody who wants to go somewhere where, the focus is going to be on actually doing good work and taking care of the customer, not just production, not just, how much money you could pump out, but actually providing a good product and a good service to the customer, would definitely will hit you up.
Shoot. Yeah, that's it, man. Well said, Rich. Thank you for that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the episode, I'm gonna put the links to all Joey's stuff so you guys can find him on there. We love Joey. We love what he's doing. He's out there.
Thank you.
Light on what we do as an industry, and he's got a little different spin on it, but he's always out there, positive attitude, having fun, and picking on Joel. And
I hope he's watching, man. I damn sure do. People commenting today on his on TikTok, commenting on his hoodie that he wore. I didn't know what the hell it was.
I knew what it was. I was laughing as soon as I seen it.
I didn't even know. I was thinking, what the hell is this, Joel? It's some popular, I don't know, guess something that young guys do, but it was cool. It was awesome. I'm glad he picked that out.
So I noticed you did, you've been working on it for a little bit. You did a full install of ductwork and everything. And you admit that, that was the first time you've done that, and you made some mistakes, but you overcome it. You corrected it, and it looks great now on the back end.
I appreciate it.
You want to talk about that? Overcoming some challenges and taking on new stuff. I mean, a lot of guys stay in that same lane and just coast, but not you. You want to do more stuff, and that's what's going to make you successful in the long run, is being able to to offer all these different services. If something else gets slow, you can step over and do this. So it's really cool that you do that.
Yeah, and that's something what I found. I started this on my own in 2014, and battled and got to where I was able to do this type of stuff. And I was uncomfortable, man. That's why I said straight up in the video. I wanted everybody to know, because I felt like maybe you feel the same way. Maybe other people get in situations and you may give up, because it's a tough feeling to feel uncomfortable around a bunch of people that are in a trade, and it's just tough. You don't want to fail, and don't stop. Just keep going, keep learning. If you mess up, say, hey, I messed up, and I messed up big time, dude, because I got to moving too quick, and I learned you got to ask questions, man, to certain people, certain organizations, license boards and stuff. I don't know if I posted this or not, but this is the big mess up. So in commercial duct, you have to put in a certain R value of duct work, whether it be duct board, metal insulation, whatever, which we needed R6. Well, I'm coming in trying to be least cost just to get it, doing R4. Dude, I put in $3,000 worth of R4 and had to take that shit out and take it to the damn city dump right down the road. And but hey, we had it ripped out in half a day, and in 3 days we had new in. And that was a tough pill to swallow. But man, it worked out in the end, and we still made good money. And that's the main thing, and learned a shitload, man. you wouldn't believe it. And all the people you meet. So if you guys out there, if you're young or if you're older, who knows? Just don't give up. Don't give up. That's all I'm saying. Keep pushing till the job's finished. And you'll come out feeling a whole lot different person.
Joey, that is, let me just say that's pretty vulnerable of you to put that out there like that. And you're very honest and you're upfront, and everybody's got to learn. People try to hide that. And Rich talks about that a lot, about people just putting out the highlight reels and whatnot. And, you know, we all got to learn somewhere, but that honesty, I would want to go with you every time. And I always say that embarrassment, things like that, those are the teachers in life, you know, those mistakes. I mean, that was a $3,000 mistake. I mean, I've blown stuff up and luckily worked for a big enough corporation. You know, I just say, hey, this is what I did. This is what I learned. This is what I'm not going to do again. They're like, all right, well, if you learn something, you're good, you know, but they can afford for that sort of thing, you know? So you took a mighty hit there, and and I commend you for that vulnerability that you're putting out there. We appreciate that honesty, man. A lot of respect.
Yeah,
for
for sure.
Yeah, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you.
Yeah,
it wasn't easy.
Yeah, what Jason said. I mean, you know, I fall victim to it too. Just watching everybody that you see online, and they all just put out the good positives. They don't put out their failures, what they learned from.
Good, the bad, and the ugly. Yep.
Yeah.
If you try to keep up, if you try to keep up everybody's wins only, it's going to make you miserable. So just remember that everyone does struggle. You know, some people actually show it, you know, and some people don't. So
yeah, but much respect to the people that show, you know, the losses and the shortcomings and all that stuff. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I don't even get embarrassed anymore. But even then, you know, the embarrassment lasts 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And you know, the other thing
is you're numb to it.
Yeah. And for you to just say, you know, I lost $3,000. There's no getting that shit back. You took it to the dump. I mean, there's people out there, a lot of us present company want eventually to have our own business. And that's the reality of having your own business, that it's not perfect every time, you know, and those are the risk and the investments you have to make. And the added cost of you, because I met you at my job down here in Tampa, is you're a really small business, but you do invest in your training. You're like Rich said last week or the week before, some people aren't even trying. You know, you're spending that money that could probably go to you and your wifey and the family, you know, and your kids, and you're investing it in everyone's future in that household for the most part. So again, you know. Yeah.
And that's the only way, man. You have to keep learning. Things change, things keep changing. And, you know, nothing's going to stay the same. So you have to keep pushing, keep learning. If you get an opportunity, it's like I tell all the new guys that come with me from these schools and stuff. If you get an opportunity, you need to take it. You need to jump on it right then and take it. That's the big thing. Jump on every opportunity and work every day.
So I got a question about that duck board. You couldn't just insulate over it to get the value up, or being a duck board?
Yeah, no, see, that was one thing to because the builder that hired me had that question. He said, call the inspector, man. Ask him if you can just insulate over it. So I did. I called him. And this dude, man, I seriously doubt he's on here, but he was a stickler, man. So if you're on here,
you're being really nice,
dude.
There's two type of inspectors. I'll tell you what I've experienced after that.
He said, man, you got to stick with the plan. Stick with the plans. He said that shit like 10 times, man. I was hearing it in my freaking sleep. Stick with the plan.
Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
And he's right. And I did, man. It's exact, perfect. And we learned, but so to answer that, no, man, he said it ain't happening. You can't do it. And maybe in some places, but in Alabama, every city has its own inspection office. So just in my area, there's like 5 or 6 cities, and they're all totally different attitudes, totally different ways they go about things. And for me, though, I don't do too many of those. You really don't have to. There again, I hope nobody from Montgomery City's watching. but you really don't have to get an inspection for refrigeration installation.
Yep.
You know, I've never really seen it. I actually got a couple of new construction inspections coming up, and where all we did was the refrigeration. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll be posting about that if we have to get a refrigeration inspection. I'm not going to say what city.
So, Joey, I've dealt with two types
just
of
in case they're
inspectors.
watching.
We might soon enough be in that
Damn
area for
right, they might be.
viewership. But I've dealt with two
know.
type of inspectors, and there's inspectors that are pretty sympathetic, and they're really open to like, hey, you know, this is what you got to do to fix it, and you know, they stick to their guns. And then there's others that I've met that seem annoyed that you don't know, like you should know all the codes like they know, and they can be pretty brutal and whatnot. And it's just like, okay, you know, I'm figuring this out, and they act like you should have already been born, you know, with all that knowledge. You're born an adult. But yeah, I've dealt with a few, and I get one or the other. They're cool, they get it. You're making your way through this. You're only going to get better, and they're trying to help you. And then there's others that are just having a bad day, I guess, when I see them.
Yeah, I think it's like that every day for them. I don't know if it's one bad day.
I was gonna say having a bad life.
Yeah,
I hate my job.
That's the way it seems. But you're right. I agree, man. I think they must be trained, or they must hire certain personalities, and maybe they're like that in every city. I don't know, man. But
I've had some really cool ones. I've had some really bad ones, man. I don't call for inspections. I don't call for permits, that kind of stuff. We were changing a rooftop unit, man, and we had a crane there. We had the old one off, the new one on, and the guy was packing the crane up. Like he was literally packing up, and this inspector showed up and was like, off the crane now, stop. He's like, I want to see your permit. I was like, I called him off. I was like, hey, dude, this guy's saying this, and we didn't have a permit.
Stop the job.
Oh, yeah, he stopped. Like he told the crane guy, get out of the crane. And this guy was like packing it up. He was ready to get the hell out of there. He wouldn't let him leave until we had a permit for him. I was like, what are you going to do? Make him snatch it back off the roof?
That's crazy.
Shit. Yeah, no, they won't make you pull it off the roof. They just say, stop the job.
Yep.
Go downtown, pay your money.
Go down.
That's all it was, man. They called.
Collect $200.
They just called.
Pass go.
Do not pass go, mother.
This dude showed up in a ratty ass old Ford Ranger, man. He just beat up this guy. He getting out with his clipboard and his hard hat. I was like, oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Somebody's angry.
Motherfuckers check marking and ain't even seen shit yet. It's already checked.
So I noticed you building some walk-ins a lot. It seems like you do a lot of walk-in builds.
Yeah, that's where it all began, with refrigeration, and well, it actually all began with air conditioning back in the early 2000s, late 1990s. But here since 2014, it's been refrigeration and kitchen equipment, and the air conditioning just kind of started popping in the last few years. But yeah, man, I really like refrigeration. You know, it's not a lot of, you know, it's not as many people doing it as doing air conditioning, and it kind of falls in with food equipment, which I like that a lot too. But I have to do, you know, air conditioning too to keep the lights on and, you know, to eat a little bit. But yeah, I love building walk-ins. We got one coming up from a new place. We're actually going to do a little traveling. We have to go 45 minutes outside of our area in Auburn, Alabama, War Eagle, and build a walk-ins out there. So we'll have some videos on that. That's coming up in January. But I love it, man. I love watching you guys' videos, especially with the refrigeration, and then yours, Pat, with the food equipment. And I've learned a lot, man. Like the past year on LinkedIn, I just started this a year ago with LinkedIn and TikTok, man. I've been learning a lot. Like the techs coming up these days that are younger, in their early 20s, I feel like in 5 years, they're going to be badass. They're going to be bad to the bone because the learning is just like what you can learn in 20 years. Now you can learn in 5.
Oh yeah.
And it's an awesome time to be in doing this stuff. I feel like in another 10, this learning is going to cost you money, but now it's free. It's all free. It's free for the taking.
I can't say that because I was having the
Crazy.
time today, and I called HVAC chicks, and Jennifer picked up and she helped me.
Yeah,
So
see,
Okay, I
out
see
there.
her posting her number about that. Cool.
I was gonna
man.
say as long as I'm involved, learning will be free because one thing I'm grateful for is even when I didn't necessarily have good people to learn from that I was working with, like there was I remember a guy that I met in a supply house one time. I was having a hard time finding a leak on a walk-in, and he's like, "Did you check the top of the TXV?" He's like, "Sometimes they don't seat right and they'll leak." And then he gave me his card, and he's like, "Yo, anything you need help with, call me, whatever." And I'm like, because of him and a few others like that helped me early on, I'm like, as long as I'm around, you can DM me. If you got my number, you can call me, you could text me, but I'm gonna help somebody else learn. So as long as I'm around, learning's gonna be free in this industry.
Oh yeah. I understand. Yeah. All of us, it's always free, but I feel like the YouTubes of the world, the TikToks, it seems like they're starting to go towards premium content now, kind of slowly. And it just seems like it's going to be more premium content.
Everybody's they're trying to make that money any way they can. So if you can supplement it.
Yeah. Is anyone else noticing the whole 10X crap? Like, I can't open up any social media without somebody who has no business in our industry talking about our industry. And they're just like, you want to be this, and that, and make this much of money. I'm like, where you been this whole time?
Yeah.
When I started being out hustled by a guy that's not even in this industry talking about our industry.
Yeah.
I love any social media or like any ad that comes up on social media for anything service or contracting related. And they're trying to tell you, if you have a contracting business, if you're a technician, and you're like, bro, you don't know how to use a screwdriver, bro. Sit back down.
Left-handed screwdriver.
Yeah, everyone wants to send you 100 leads a day. 100 leads a day. Shit.
I don't need
how the hell am I gonna run 100 leads a day, dude?
If you're giving me 100 leads, I need 25 texts.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can't do what I got. And I get hit up every day on link people. That's one thing about LinkedIn. It kind of, I love it. But man, you got to weed out a bunch of bullshit. It's like constant.
The ads. Like, do you want to go to this college? No, I'm blue collar. Shit about your college.
Yeah, I'm on a fucking roof, man.
Those are my favorite.
I'm pulling a vacuum right now. Hell no. Waiting on the oven to heat up.
So
I got an oven tomorrow.
So Jacob Crabtree, as a younger tech, I appreciate the willingness to teach from y'all. Appreciate what y'all got going on. So man, we're here to help anybody. I helped some a coastline guy today. He's got a rational site survey tomorrow, and he has some questions on the paperwork. And he messaged me, and I walked him through it. I said, "Do you have any questions when you're on site? Reach out to me, and I'll help you out, man." It's not about. I'm not about hoarding information. No one did it to me, so I'm not going to do it to anybody else. There's so much work out there that we need as many people in here, doing this job, and it's a cool job. It's fun. So
for sure.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
There is days where I was like, "What?" I said I want to do this, but you have that anywhere you're at. So
I used to have customers that whenever I had to pull up, I'm like, "It's time for a new career." It's time for a new career. I can't go in there today.
I think we all have that day.
My son
once a week, it's like that.
My son had that moment. He pulled an oven out, and he said there were so many cockroaches they didn't even know where to run.
Yeah,
they didn't even run. He said they just looked back at me like, "Can you put the cooler back now?"
I seen something today I'd never seen in my life. I seen behind the pizza oven an albino cockroach. I had never seen that before in my life. It was a straight white cock. I was like, this cockroach been here so long, it done lost all its pigmentation or something.
Cockroach.
Check out that bad boy.
Yeah, I was training somebody like a year ago, and we were going to a certain chain, and they were like, "Oh, I love this place." I said, "Do you?" And I'm translating in Spanish, and I'm like, "All right, well, you're going to be opening up the toasters, the back of these refrigerators. I had him doing everything, and by the time he was done, he's like, I am never, ever, never, ever, ever. I'm like, yeah, we can't keep that content, so don't post it.
Yeah, I talk to plumbers, man, and they dig around and shit every day, and they say, man, I would never work on a fryer. Like, man, it ain't
Like,
that
really?
bad. It's greasy.
Interesting.
You're playing
But
in
it's not that bad.
You're playing in
that's
turds and fit in
turds,
products
yeah.
and everything else, and you won't touch a fryer. I don't get it. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't get it either. It tripped me out. He's out there digging around in a sewer. But,
I don't get, like, to each their own, and everybody, you got their preferences. But like when people are like, I would never work in your industry because of the grease. See, I never understood that. Like, to me, it's like this. I don't know. And I've told y'all, my grandfather used to do this. This is how I got into it. My grandfather did it. My dad did it, and I'm doing it now. But my grandfather, he had a saying. Whenever somebody would complain about getting their hands dirty, he would say, you ever wipe your behind and the toilet paper breaks? He's like, what do you do when that happens? He's like, you wash your hands, right? He's like, it's the same thing. Wash your hands.
oh, my next trainee is getting that line. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Rich's grandpa.
That was profound.
that's a good one.
Oh, that's great.
God damn.
That's funny. So, anything new going on, Joey?
Yeah, not really. We pretty much do the same shit, year after year. The new thing, I guess, lately, is this new guy I got, Joel. He's been doing real well, learning, and he knows what a screwdriver is. So that was a good thing. But he does real good, man, and that's where we're at. We're just moving along and working hard, working every day, and learning, man. Just keep learning. That's the main thing. We got a walk coming up tomorrow. We're going to work on a damn walk. And one of the easiest things, I think, to work on, freaking Chinese walk.
I haven't worked on one forever, but man.
I thought you said walk. And I'm like, oh,
we got a chain. We got a panda. We got a Chinese chain down here. I don't know where all they're at. They may be up there where you guys are.
Yeah, I got
yeah, they're everywhere. It's a good chain.
But they're real clean, and they do their thing, man. When stuff needs fixed, they fix it. And they fix off recommended. I hear Rich talking a lot about notes and writing your notes, recommending and helping the customer. And, that's how these guys are. If you do that type stuff, it's going to pay off for you with them. Some people that don't pay off because they're not spending anything more than needed. But there's a lot of other folks that do. And just like Rich talks about, that pays off with those type of folks when you make good notes. And they actually require good notes in the invoicing.
So
that was a good thing that I thought about him when I was dealing with these folks. And but they're a fairly new customer. They're 6-7 months here.
Is that a new store?
What?
Is that a newer store?
This one is probably 5 years old, I believe. Somewhere in that range.
Brand new one, and it had a computer controlled walk. Like it had this had this thing up on the wall, and it's like it stirred. It had a motor came down and stirred the product in the walk and everything, dude.
That's cool. Man, yeah, that's gonna put some people out of jobs. These dudes are awesome that run to work this kitchen, though. I just can't see them bringing in that over these guys, but maybe you never know.
It's the same chain, dude. It's the same chain, a brand new store.
Oh man, I hope they don't.
So Joey, was it hard so what's the process, if you don't mind me asking, for a smaller business to get the business of a chain that big? Because they got like 10,000 plus stores. Nationally.
Well, it's just a matter.
Taz said Walkatron 3000. Is that a real thing?
They do trick you out, man. With God, no.
I hope that's a real thing.
It's for real.
That shit ain't
But
real.
well, yeah. What's the process for getting into for you to get business like that? I mean, I'm just
Well,
curious if you
I
can share.
mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Jason. I have no clue. I mean, they just called.
Oh, they reached out to you.
Yeah, the manager, the local managers, and this is a, a lot of places are franchised, but this is a corporate.
Oh,
Yeah, they're all are.
And
I've been looking into them
so
recently. Yeah.
it's they just called, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'll come over there. I remember our first call. It was a captive air. And this was a video I made because it was pretty cool. Lightning had struck the building, and boom, everything blew up. And so we had to go fix the exhaust, and they had those starters on it, the drive VFDs on them, and both of those were burned up too. And but I learned during that whole process, Captive Air offers an inline fuse, but it's optional.
No one
So
pays for it.
On install optional, as the customer needs to request that on install when they purchase it.
Yep, and they didn't, and they didn't
It
even want
happens.
it when I offered it as a,
So
when I
did
was repairing. They
Did you
Was
go
didn't
it
want it.
pricey?
What?
Was it pricey?
No, hell
So
no.
I've seen that a lot of companies,
Installation
they
was
just
a
want to
little bit
stick to whatever their OEM, whoever designed the place, and they just want to stick to it no matter
I guess
what.
so,
So
but this was
anything,
an option
yeah,
from Captive Air, dude.
yeah,
wow.
So, but they're an awesome company, by the way. Captive Air is
Oh, yeah.
awesome out here.
yeah, they're pretty dope. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're pretty
they
good.
got, but awesome tech support, fucking awesome. Walked us through it. We reprogrammed it. Nothing was set up on it right. The speed was off. Everything was off. But I guess they're lucky they got struck because we was able to get them right. And
So is
there's
that
a lot of
considered act of God, or is that all covered under? I mean, you said it was 5 years old, right? So
yeah,
everything's out of warranty either way.
yeah. No, it
Maybe
was no
insurance picks
warranty.
that up or something. I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was expensive fix though, but
Mm.
but yeah, that was their first call. But that's how it goes, man. They just call, and they give so they have like, I don't know what you would call them. They're not really district managers, but they're like store managers, but they're pretty high up for somehow. And they're all making money, man. They're rolling up in freaking BMWs. But
Yeah.
these people are awesome, and they're very well trained. I don't want to be pumping them up too much because, man, they call quite a bit. But since we're talking about them, it was that easy. They called, and we went and did it. And then how did they know? I have no clue. I guess maybe the few, online. We really don't do any ads. It's just online stuff like we're doing now. LinkedIn, TikTok, Google. So possibly that, but
It's those
after so
TikTok
long,
intros.
a lot of stuff word of mouth, man, because managers, and as you guys know, they only stay in a place for maybe a year or two,
Mhm.
2 years. They're
Yeah.
out. They're on to the next spot. So that's why I say it's very important. And I tell people that work with me, I don't care if the dude's washing dishes. It's very important to be nice, kind, polite, helpful to every single person in that store.
So
Yep.
yeah, can I say something about that? Because I
No.
have
Hell yeah.
a good friend. Yeah, I'm going to say it anyway. I got a good friend. His name's David Jones, and he's taught me quite a bit over the years and whatnot from sales and customer service. I won't put him too much on the spot, but he told me something. He says when he walks in the store, he always says hello to the first person he sees, and he asks if they're the manager, and sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't, and they get flattered and whatnot, and they're like, no, I'm not the manager. But you never know, who you inspire and who they're going to be down the road, because like you said, managers come and go, and someone has to take their place, and someone has to has to grow into that position. And then you show that kindness and that interest. You don't know what you're sparking in people, so customer service and being nice to people goes a long way. But yeah, it's yeah, you got to be nice to everybody, especially when you first meet them and whatnot, and you don't know where that's going to take you. And that host that you introduced yourself to could be the GM later or the area supervisor, and they'll definitely, people don't necessarily remember who you are, but they remember how you made them feel. And that's one of the things I
sure.
learned from David Jones. So just want to put that out there.
Nice.
That's awesome.
All right, Rich, I'll stop.
So, Rich, I'm gonna put you on the spot. So we got this scrolling across the bottom. So we have some friends. They're across the pond in the UK, and they go by Feast, and they're doing a little awards thing, and they're trying to highlight and showcase, our industry. Same thing we're doing. They're doing it over there. So they've asked us to do some stuff for them. And Rich, you want to talk about this?
Sure. So yeah, like you said, our, I guess you could say, UK counterparts is a group that calls themselves Feast, and they've got an award, I guess you could say an award show, or they'll be giving out some awards, industry related awards towards the end of December. And the cool thing about that is they've asked us to be judges. We're going to be judging the, I want to say, is it the best influencer category? Of course, none of us can win in that category since we're judges, but yeah. So basically just check them out. They're all over LinkedIn. They're on TikTok. You've got their feastonline.uk scrolling on the banner below the screen here right now. Just check them out. And I mean, that's it. I don't know. I suck at promo stuff.
I'll put the link in the show description and everything, so you guys check it out there. But I think nominations go through the 13th. So if you want to nominate somebody for a food service, repair industry role like us or anybody else, there's 4 different categories. It looks like we have food service technician of the year, apprentice or trainee of the year, influencer of the year, which we are judging. So, if you guys want to win that one, I mean, I accept Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. No, I won't do that, I promise. And then Food Service Impact Award. So check them out. Link will be listed in the comments, and you get some information. But make sure you submit your friends, your coworkers, someone you think deserves recognized, and you never know, you could be next.
Winner, chicken dinner.
I'm nominating Joey. So just so you guys know.
Man, I wanted to say something, but I had to tone down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you get my text message?
Yes.
I just sent you one like 10 minutes ago.
No, I got it. I'm toning down.
You're all right. You're fine. So, you're looking for some help. What's some of your goals for 2024? We're winding down 2023. It's been a successful year for you, yes or no? I mean, you've grown, you've learned. You're still here. You're still kicking butt. So I assume that's a success and a win, right?
Yeah, man. Shoots. Yeah, we feels good, man. This is a good year, and we're still here. We're still rolling, and we got a lot of stuff lined up for 24 already. And I just wish I could find some more help. But hey, if not, guess what? I'm gonna keep pumping it out, man.
Overtime.
Yeah, that's what I do. And we get it done 7 days a week, usually in the summer. And but I will say, I was telling Joel the other day, I worked by myself the other day. I was telling him today, it's like, man, having you around the past 6 months, I start to get weak because he does all the lifting and laddering and all this. I'm the ground guy, But the other day I was like, damn, I'm getting weak. I start
I've noticed
doing something extra at home, working out.
Carrying that camera around a lot, man. Filming.
Yeah. Yeah, with him.
Joey, I love your intros. Next level tech.
I need to do that again, man.
Joey's videos, a lot of them sound like a R&B slow jam session. Like in the way he be talking, he'd be like, and I came up to this walk-in cooler. And I'm like,
somebody told me it was like refrigeration porn. I don't know if we can say that. I don't know if we can say that.
Oh my God. I was having dinner with Jesus and Xavier. And Xavier flies in from New York, and we were talking about you on both occasions about the way you talk and I guess your accent and your voice, and it's just like people can listen to you all day, man.
I appreciate it, dude. I got that Alabama accent, man. I mean, people always even here, but especially from out of town, Yeah, I love those dudes, man.
Serves
They
you
do
well,
a
man.
lot, man. They doing a lot on there online, and
It always makes me smile when I hear his voice and what he's going to say. You never know what he's going to say. I'm like, come on, come on.
Yeah, your voice is like it pacifies, man. It's good. It's good stuff. It's like, man, he's so cool. You don't even know him. He's cool.
yeah, I
I
gotta.
bet you it helps with customer conflicts, right? Customer calls up yelling and screaming. You're like, hold on, wait.
Man, I
Can't be mad
want
at
to
this
tell
guy.
you
You
that.
can't be mad at this guy.
I wish it was like that, man. I will say some things online can be deceiving,
Sure.
and believe me, things get out of control sometimes,
Oh yeah.
and I can be my own worst enemy sometimes.
We're all human,
But
man.
yeah, I appreciate that, man. Everybody, everybody out there, you guys, every one of you, y'all have, things that attracts certain people. And I think that's what that's how we all come together. It's just weird how this internet thing works and brings just the type, like we're right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did this, then you're with, have some other guys. It's just every week. And everybody's meeting everybody. It's just a crazy thing. It's a crazy time, with our job and our profession. And I just wonder, do other professions do the same thing? Or are they? Because LinkedIn is way bigger than us, than our profession. So what, are doctors doing this on LinkedIn, talking and hanging out?
No, there's more.
Do they? I mean, I would like to know. Because this is awesome. This is just the coolest thing, man. I never would have thought a year ago when my wife said, you ought to join LinkedIn, that I'd be meeting guys like you and, everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
just seeing all the stuff that we're related in, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
we're all better for it, man. I can't.
Oh yeah.
We all preach the praises of LinkedIn and social media on here, man. It's taken me some, it's connected with people I would have never expected, and it's definitely given us a different trajectory of what we're trying to do. It's a heck of a catapult.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yep, it's awesome times, man. I appreciate coming on here. I had fun last time, man. I talked about it for like 6 months, and I'm serious. This is cool. And just every day you just check your posts, man. You got something to do while you're pulling a vacuum, while you're waiting on the oven or ice machine to drop. It gives you something to do, and you're learning at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought, man?
No, the online community has brought as I've made so many friends. I consider Jason and Rich pretty much brothers anymore. As much as we talk every day.
For real.
Sometimes a little more than others, and sometimes it takes 5 sentences for me to get one through. But with the autocorrect function in my fat fingers, so. But I mean, it's.
I still won't get over you asking us if you were being a duck.
That was the new phone, man.
Dude's over here quacking with profanity.
I said, nah, you're not being a duck in that conversation. You're definitely not being a duck. You might be something else, but not a duck.
But, this online community for the trades is amazing, man. We're in a weird little niche. We're considered HVACR, what we do, a lot of times. And, we kind of get lumped in that little corner. But, we're kind of our own little thing. We do electrical, plumbing, refrigeration, HVAC. We do everything in one. And it's kind of cool to see, the community is building and growing, around what we do. We finally, looks like Adrian came over to LinkedIn. I see him posting quite a bit on there now. And
yeah, Adrian's popping on there, man. Yeah, and Jennifer too. She's been on in the last, I don't know how long she's had it, but she's really upped her stuff on there. So I try to share and promote Adrian and Jen.
That's one of my first stops when I go to promote something or put something out is LinkedIn. I try to keep some of the more TikTok-ish nonsense stuff I do occasionally off of here, but most everything else gets pushed out here and shared, especially if it's showing a little bit of knowledge or something like that, or promoting somebody in the industry. So that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of TikTok has a lot of good stuff, good air conditioning guys, There's just not a lot of kitchen equipment guys on there yet. Now, I wish there was,
Yeah.
and there will be. So come on
It's
over.
hard, man.
Yeah, we got to continue to make this stuff sexy, man. It's all it is, and we got to keep making it sexy.
Oh
It's
yeah.
kind of hard. You record, like my problem is I'll record a bunch, or I'll get involved and I'll forget to record something, or I'll record everything, and all of a sudden I look in the corner of the video and there's the logo of the restaurant I'm at. I'm like, well, can't post none of this now.
I do not care.
Yeah,
I believe in what did I say last time? Ask for forgiveness.
Forgiveness instead of permission.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry.
I've had too many run-ins of HR, so I just try to err on the caution. So
Never,
Fair enough.
that never. You and HR going at it. Never would have thought that.
well, I don't
Choose the choose the hill you want to die on, bro.
I don't make the customers mad. I make manufacturers mad.
Oh yeah.
It's just one manufacturer.
I was gonna say which one it's one person at one manufacturer.
Yeah, and he's got a raging for me. So I'll leave that alone.
So Joey, what are you looking for in you're going to continue to grow. It might take some time, but what are you looking for in what kind of culture you got? I mean, you're a one-man band, but what should people be looking for when they come to possibly work with you? Are you going for out of the tech school? Are you going for the young? I mean, I look at Sue, and he's got his 4-year-old working and stuff. He's training him young. That's homegrown, organic. I know you got a young one.
Yeah, he's 6, and he'll be coming up too. And
that's free labor.
Yeah, he's gonna put it in too. But but he'll be working on the robotic fryers and all that. I think he'll have it easier, but I'm looking for still a younger guy, because I already know the deal. I can't compete, it's no doubt. But younger guy wants to come in and learn and move up. And if you want to hang out and stay, cool. We can keep you busy. But I understand. But yeah, the younger guy comes in out of school, knows how to use tools. That's a big thing. We work a lot. You guys know it's a lot of hours. It's a lot of weekends. It's a lot of weird hours, early 5 a.m., 7 a.m. The other day we was up at 5 and I did the video because it was a long day, just a show. And we was out at like 7 that night. And so things like that, man, it's tough. But somebody wants to get greasy, you got to want to get greasy. I want that fryer call. That's what I'm looking for, is that fryer. That's where we make money. I want that damn fryer. And
remember, broken toilet paper. If they complain about the grease, broken toilet paper.
Hell yeah.
You know what the great thing about fryers is? Your tools don't get rusty.
Yeah, they don't.
You can't hold on to them half the time, but hey.
You do have to keep them clean because that just like in those fryers, that grease will harden up. And that fryer grease ain't no joke on them tools, especially a wrench.
Viper wipes work great.
Okay. I need to
every
check
time I
that
see
out.
rust on any tools, it throws me on my tools. It throws me off. It's like, where did rust come from? Well, it just throws me off because sometimes I'm on a roof and it rains. It's Florida, right?
Florida.
And then I get some rust on my tools, and I'm like, that's so weird. It's almost, and this is random, but I lived in Washington State. We were stationed over there, and
Shit.
It's in the. This is random. I'm sorry, and and there's a mountain there called Rainier, and it only shows up randomly throughout the year, and you forget that it's there. So I'm so used to my tools being so greased up that when I see rust on it, and it makes me stop and stare at it. It's the weirdest thing. It's like, why is there rust on my tools? They're well lubricated because of what I do. So my apologies. I digress.
Adrian's gonna start a 4th YouTube channel.
Reliable crocheting.
Crocheting. He's gonna use his Crocs to crochet. Behave. Adrian.
That wasn't even Adrian. It was Brian.
Was it Brian?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
picking on the wrong person. Sorry, Adrian. Brian, cut it out. But I was right about the Crocs. I get, everyone's about those Crocs.
So the Croc thing has gone too far because now there's this page that pops up every single day, like a different Croc of the day, and they've got like accessories. There's like a bulldozer Croc, a snowplow Croc. It's just like
Send that to me.
I'll tag you. I tag Brian and Jennifer in it all the time, man. When like a good one comes across.
The McDonald's Crocs. I said I need a pair of hamburglers.
Dude, I was working in this fancy hotel in Carmel, which is like a ritzy area, just north of me. And like this chef had these like the brightest tie-dye Crocs I've ever seen in my entire life, dude. And I was like laughing. He's like, "What's funny?" And I was like, "Nothing, man, nothing."
Hey, man, we love Crocs down here. In the South, we're Crocs.
I'm a hey dude guy.
Yeah.
You got a pair of hey dudes? Or are you biased?
No, I don't know what that is.
They're like the dock shoes.
The show's over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
They have the
We
bottom
use Crocs,
like a dock shoe. That's the best
They're
way.
like, they're like house slippers with the bottoms like Crocs. They're light as a feather. It's like house
Okay.
slippers had a baby with Crocs, and they're called hey dudes.
Oh, man. Hey,
With a
dude,
mullet.
I may have to try that.
It's a party in the front and all business. No, backwards. You know what I mean?
These guys
Cool.
are trying to do the death of me. So, all right, let's share your information one more time. And where can people find you? I'm gonna put all the links in the descriptions on YouTube. It'll be podcast form. It'll be in there so everybody can find you because we're gonna get you a tech. We're gonna help you grow. And then next time you're on, you're gonna be looking for your fourth or your fifth tech. We're gonna help you out, Joe.
For
Get
sure.
this money.
All right. So tomorrow you could find me in East Chase in Montgomery, Alabama. I'll be working on a walk. If you want to go online, you can email me, joey@reralabama.com. But I don't need any crypto. I don't need a girlfriend.
You don't need a college degree.
Or
No,
tuition.
no. I don't need. The other day, this dude was trying to sell he claimed he had this little disc you could put on your car and all the ice would melt instantly.
Oh, I've seen that one.
I call it BS on that.
I haven't
But,
seen that.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I was just
I'm an
the other
impulse
day.
buyer. I'm an impulse buyer. Don't send
No,
me.
don't buy that. I promise you. There was I forgot his name, one of the guys there that does all the engineering stuff on LinkedIn. He said he broke it down how it wouldn't work. So, but find me on TikTok, man. Next Level Tech.
Next level tech.
That's what I'm pushing on there.
So Brian asked, "Roll Tide or War Eagle?"
Who asked?
Brian saying,
Brian.
That's
I
our
wish
boy.
I knew where Brian was from.
Brian, speak up. Where you from?
West Virginia.
I would have to say, I mean, I'm personally, this is kind of like a thing where you don't want to talk about religion and stuff. You don't want to talk about politics.
It's
In
football and
Alabama, you don't want to talk about Alabama Auburn at work. But roll Tide, baby.
Yeah,
But my son would say War Eagle. So I'm going to say War Eagle too.
someone earlier today, they're like, "Oh, the guy's from Alabama." Like, "Oh, he's gonna talk football all the time." I was like, I don't think it'll be that bad. So we made it.
No, man, it ain't a bit. It's a common thing to win out here in football, college football. So we're used to being
Damn,
winners.
he's like, all we do is win, win, win.
Yeah, I mean, it's just how it is lately, past 20 years. So I can't help it.
You see the
I can't
salary
help
of
it
you see the salary of that head coach? He's killing it,
Oh,
man.
dude.
Dude,
He's
they
the
make
GOAT.
more college football coaches than they do as an NFL coach. It's absolutely insane.
yeah.
Absolutely.
He's spitting out Hall of Fame college coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, forget players. He's spitting out coaches.
Man, if Belichick
Yeah,
wants
we
a
can
second
talk
win, he needs to go
football.
to
We don't have
college.
enough time, though.
Yeah.
We don't have enough time.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. We're approaching the hour. I appreciate Joey coming on. Like I said, I'm gonna put the links to all Joey's socials, his LinkedIn, his TikTok, his website. We're gonna find Joey some help. So look for that if you're in the Montgomery, Alabama area. I'm always
That's
confused.
it.
So if you're in Montgomery, Alabama, and you're looking for a job,
Gump.
train you, you're going to get to see the variety. Reach out to Joey Hall, and I appreciate you guys coming on. So have a good night, guys.
Yeah, take it easy.
If you guys would, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing the podcast. It really helps us grow and helps us know which direction to move in. Also, if you have any suggestions for guests, please email me at commercialkitchenchronicles@gmail.com. Or if you want to be a guest, email me. Love to have you guys on. Thanks a lot. See you next week.